Hey guys, so it's been a while since I've recorded anything on this channel, but I am back and I'm jumping in the 3-minute hourly
10,
Crazyhouse arena.
9,
So let's get
8,
going.
7, 6, 5,
A
4,
few pretty strong players in the
3,
mix. Sharkmeister, I
2,
recognize this name from
1,
FICS.
0.
Huh, and we're not paired up with him. That's kind of strange. I think they recently changed the pairing system on these Elite Chess tournaments. So yeah, when you're when you're the first seed, you may or may not actually get a game. Well, I'll just have some coffee in the meantime. So it'd be a pretty good game. Sharkmeister and Caf Cafealum? Caf Cafealum? I don't know. I don't recognize this name. Played him once. And yeah, evidently I haven't yet played Sharkmeister here on Lead Chess, but I've played him a fair amount on FICS in the past. Got 12 players in the mix so far, but I'm sure that number will keep growing. 5, 6 players above the 2,000 benchmark. I guess in the meantime, I can give a shout out to the Atrophied YouTube channel and to the Jan Lee YouTube channel. I think they're both producing very high quality content and very instructional Crazyhouse content. So yeah, check those guys out if you're in the Crazyhouse. I love watching the Jan Lee streams, especially because he's such a high level player that I learned an awful lot from him. All right, first game, let's get going. Julori, 28. I think this is a pretty good berserking opportunity. And I got to remember to keep up the pace when I'm berserking in these 3-minute events because I play bold a whole lot, but when I get in these 3-minute events, I kind of get in a different mindset where I slow down and try to think through my moves a little bit more. And then when I'm berserking, it kind of catches up to me sometimes. So, yeah, let's keep the pace up here. And so he opted for an early sack on f7, but I should be pretty safe here. Yes, chase this knight away. That's his only square to go to, then I'll play d6 and hit that knight. My light squares are well defended by this bishop, and he doesn't have any pieces in hand to drop anyway. So now, do I take this knight? Yeah, let's go ahead and take that. After he recaptures, I'll probably place a knight here, putting pressure on f3, but I have to be a little bit... Well, that's strange. That is very strange. I was going to say I have to be a little bit careful that he doesn't get a knight in hand to place on e6, but he opted not to recapture, and now I've got the bishop on that square. So how do I prosecute this advantage? Could sack here, queen takes, pawn there, knight in, and I just need a pawn to mate. That looks good. Let's go for that. Actually, no, I'll just bring my knight in, as a matter of fact. And that way, when I drop my knight here, even if he captures that, I'll have mate come in. Just recapture with the knight. So queen moves, knight at here, takes, king there, pawn there, mate. Yeah, that doesn't concern me. The square is guarded by my bishop, and even if it weren't, I could just move my king, and I've got mate looming on the next 2 moves, mate 2. Actually, mate 1 with this queen now in hand. So yeah, that's gonna do it. All right, 1 game down. See if we can get back up to 2,500 this tournament. Might be doable. Might not be. We'll see. CIW, another strong player, and we do get CIW. All right, not gonna berserk this one. Let's just try to play a good game. Let's play e4, e5. Still not the best at these systems, but I like playing them now. They're fun. Sharp, but fun. Okay, Now, what do I want to play? So I am opting to give up the queen, but let's see if I can get some counterplay for it. Start with this, and probably c6, just to get some control over the d5 square. d5 square, excuse me. And now, do I come in? Right there. Yeah, let's put some more pressure on the square. I think this should be okay. Not sure whether taking the queen or the knight is better there, but this is a more aggressive option. Okay. Gotta be careful about a knight drop here. That's the big concern. Because knight drop takes, queen there mates. So... draw my queen, it's just gonna get chased away. Huh. Maybe, no, that doesn't work. I was thinking knight here, but he can just take it. Actually, that might be okay. That might be okay. Let's try it. Takes, and then my rook's guarding this square, so he can't drop a knight there. Still, I'm not convinced. I am not convinced that this is holding everything together. But at least I get my knight back in the action. I think that's... so I can't take that. It's got a queen drop coming in here. But do I have something of my own? Takes... I don't think that works. Knight here. Maybe I should just... Ooh, that knight's coming here too. It's dangerous. Guard this somehow. Maybe knight... yeah, he's got a lot of pieces coming in around my king. This is hanging as well. So maybe I have to play something like this. As awful as that looks. Actually, you know what? Okay, gotta make a decision. It's gonna take here on h6. And well, 21 seconds, gotta keep the pace up. Takes, king up. Doesn't have pawn drops. Then I gotta work up an attack in a hurry somehow. Don't see how yet. He drops another knight, trying to distract this knight from this square. What do I do? I'm gonna have to drop my queen, I think. Bishop sack on f2 isn't doing much. So now he has two pieces hanging. Moves that knight away. Queen, one of these squares. Okay, let's take this. Oh wow. So I thought I had that square covered for some odd reason. Yeah, I made it now. Boy. Alright, good game, CIW. Hmm. So what happened there? What happened there? Knight takes, bishop takes. Yeah, knight takes d8, scores well, so I'll have to take a look at that a little bit later. Alright, no rest for the weary. We got a pretty strong opponent. Cafe Alum. See what this guy's got. Let's go for this line. Try to exchange off this piece for this piece. Alright, so do I want to take that? I think maybe. I think yes, actually. I'll get some pieces for the queen. And he doesn't have any knights to drop. So after takes, knight f4, and I should be okay. So I'm threatening a bishop here. Knight sack on g7. And also his bishop will be hanging. So I'm expecting him kind of maybe to take back this knight, yeah. It's probably the wise decision. Now, what do I do about this? Queen here, he has knight here. That might be okay though, maybe I can sack. Yeah, let's try that. I don't think I've ever played this line before. See what happens. So if knight here, I'm planning just to sack. Rook takes, queen takes, king takes, knight here. Maybe I can do this anyway. After takes, knight here, there takes, and a knight drop, I can pick this back up. Do I want to give that much material up? Let's take here first of all. So now gotta be a little bit careful, but okay, so he has one knight, you won't have another knight at the end. I think this works. I think this works. The point is, he'll have one knight to place on h3, but won't have another knight to place on h4 and construct a full mating net. After king there, maybe he doesn't take at all. Maybe he just plays king h8. Yeah, okay. So now, I would like to play pawn at h6, but I gotta be wary of this mate. Of course, two mates, as a matter of fact. Maybe I'll just block this off. Yeah, let's do that. You can drag my king out into the open with a knight here, king there takes. Okay, this I'm not so worried about because I can launch my own attack. Knight drops still don't hurt me so much. I can just take the bishop. If he takes my rook, I've got my own mating net coming awfully quick. Takes, king takes, pawn there, king back, bishop there, mate. My bishop does a nice job of cutting him off. So I'm coming in on both the light squares and the dark squares. So how does he defend? Let's see. Rook here could be tried. They'll probably just take it. And if knight takes, knight here, so rook there takes, queen takes, takes, king takes. Maybe throw an intermezzo pawn takes in there somehow. Maybe a knight here. Okay, well I'll take that. He's gotta play that now, right? I can just step back. make him expend some pawns if he wants to drag me back out. But yeah, I think this is winning for white pretty easily from here. So if he takes here, maybe just... That's interesting. I can just take that though, right? Yeah. If he takes here, I have a pawn here, king takes, knight there, forking. If I had a rook in hand, that would be mate, but this should be fine too. This should be fine. So what's the best way? I don't think I even need to pick up that queen, really. Yeah, it should be fine. It's too much, and he resigns. Alright. It's a good game. Still want to go back and take a look at that CIW game, see what happened there. Okay, this all should be fine. C6 should be fine. Bishop back. Maybe knight there wasn't the best option. Knight d4, not at d4 rather. I can't imagine c6 isn't. h5. A knight there. c6 should be fine. Bishop back. Knight in. Takes. So, yeah, this gave him too much to play. Maybe I should just take back. Bishop takes. And then let him decide how he's going to deal with the queen, and then I can drop a knight here or here and start coming in. Yeah, that's probably safer. Duel Igor. Alright, let's try berserking this. Let's try berserking this. We're still going for e4, e5 stuff. We'll mix it up in a bit, but... Going for the sack, alright. Honestly, I don't really like playing against the sack, to be completely honest. I can take that, I think. Point is, if he takes twice here, then I'll have a knight drop here, taking up the queen. It's a pretty common motif. You have to be careful about recapturing on d4 when you have your king here on g1 and don't have the e2 square defended or the f3 square defended, because those knight drops can be nasty. I can probably just take that, I believe. Takes, pawn here. Yeah, let's do it. What the heck? Maybe pawn here is more accurate. Rook here, I can just take the knight. And if he scoops up the queen, knight takes, king. This is going to be mate. King takes, queen here. And knight there, mate. My queen covers all these squares. And that's going to deliver mate. Okie doke. See how we're doing in the standings now. Oh, this guy's keeping up pretty good pace here. John Patterns, wow. Oh, I thought he'd be CIW there for a second. That was going to be a nice scalp, but all right, we've got some strong players in the mix. Number 5. Do have fire. Do have a streak going. All right, good berserk opportunity. Let's play d4. So I'm pretty familiar with these systems. I don't like this c5 idea for black. If you do play that, you should follow up with the queen here and pick up that pawn immediately. Because if you give me a chance to replace that pawn in d4 and consolidate, then it's just a free pawn, and you have a lot of weaknesses on your dark squares without this very important c pawn. Alright, coming in. Bishop here in the works. Yeah. Could have played takes, then bishop here first with a knight drop and a pawn when mate, but this should be just fine as well. Takes. I don't want another knight. Actually, yeah. I need a pawn, is what I need. And so the queen moves away, knight drop here. Then I need a pawn. Now, do I want to scoop this one up or take this rook? Let's take this. This king's going to walk up here and oh, okay. Let's keep coming in on the dark squares. King steps here. Got a knight coming in. He moves up. Let's just bring this knight out of the way. Maybe think about advancing this pawn. Think about targeting the f7 pawn. And just generally get this guy back into the action. There's probably a quicker way to finish this off. There is surely a quicker way to finish this off, but that's right. Just looking for a pawn diagonal now. Takes there. So the point of this move is try to trade off another piece, and also I have two attackers on this square. Now I can take this. Okay, 21 seconds. Let's get a move on. Did I have picked up that queen? Did I have a knight there? Maybe I didn't have a knight in hand. But now I do. And that's checkmate, as a matter of fact. Alright. Up to number 3 now. 3 points out of the lead, tied for second. Alright, let's berserk again. Let's play this one a little bit faster. Play some modern stuff. Alright, I don't mind that trade. I kind of like this little box that I build up whenever they trade here. So I'm going to play d5, I'm going to castle, and I'm going to try to get the rest of my pieces into the action. Should be pretty safe here. Maybe drop a bishop here, bring the other bishop out, create a battery. So I could block the c-pawn, I do sometimes, but this is okay too, just to trade off his good piece, his light square bishop, for my knight, which isn't really doing too much. And it also gets another piece out of the way, so when I move my bishop, then these rooks will be communicating. Just expedites that process. Do I want to take that? Yeah, let's take that. Queen here, knight there, threatening bishop there, but actually, let's do this. This looks a little bit awkward, but my point is if he moves his knight, then I can take here. If he places a bishop or something, I can get a little bit pesky with a knight here. Something like that. He's got a knight here. Takes, takes, queen takes. And now this should be a little bit unpleasant for him. He can't block that. Ew, he does have that though. That pawn is hanging. Huh. Well, I think I'm getting too caught up on trying to win this knight. Let's just launch a counterattack here. This bishop also covers this square in case he gets another knight. Place a bishop here before thinking about taking this knight. Chase his queen away and try to pick up this knight now. I think that should be working. I think his queen is... It's only got one square to go to, actually. And then I can pick this knight up. And that's going to be some useful material. Again, got to pick it up a bit behind the pace. He decides to take that. Okay. Well, I don't mind that. Knight here, I'm expecting. And then what? Back here. I've got this pawn in my sights, maybe a sack here, taking this knight and placing a knight here, something like that. Well, I can take that with tempo. If he moves his rook, this is hanging. Not sure how he deals with that, actually. He castles, the knight's still hanging. I can take that, but I don't mind. I've got a knight coming in here, I've got a bishop takes. So which way do I want to do this? Probably bishop takes. Let's do this. Thrown queen here, knight here. Well, if knight there, I can just chase it away. Knight there would probably be a better option because it's targeting this bishop as well. Yeah, I can just take this. If he takes my queen, I've still got a mate threatened. Now he's going to throw a bunch of checks my way and see if he can get me on time, but I'm not going to let that happen. I don't think he can even prevent this mate anymore. Alright, got him on time. King takes, pawn here, king back, queen there, mates. Alright, up to number 2. Still a bit behind the pace. This chess double guy's putting together a good tournament, looks like. So he had an early loss, but I did as well. 1824, still can come back, a half an hour left. Let's try to get one of these good guys, one of these big guns, rather. 2,000 plus. Here we go. I think this guy's in the lead, right? Yep. So let's see if we can't take him down. Let's play the tried and true d4. Yeah, let's just go for the fianchetto variation. Try to keep up with this guy on the clock. Trade off a pawn. And now I've got knight coming in. I'll just take that. Knight coming in here, pawn here. It's going to place a pawn here. I'll take that. And now I have to decide. Yeah, let's just replace that. There's probably sack on f2. But that should be okay by me. If he backs off, I'll just either place a pawn here or replace one of my diagonals here. But I'm expecting a sack. Because otherwise this whole maneuver, or the sack here on h3, is kind of a loss of tempo if he doesn't follow it up with another aggressive decision. Well, that's interesting. Go take. Yeah, I don't mind that. I don't mind that trade. Because it gives me time to drop a pawn and start my own attack. Ooh, it's gonna be a hanging knight. Takes. If king takes, then I've got a bishop or pawn drop here or a knight drop. Actually, another knight drop would be good. That would be mating, I think, or very close to mating. So I don't think he can take that safely because I've got a knight here, king there, knight there, king there, pawn there, mate. So do I just pick up this rook? Yeah, let's start with that. This trade should be fine. Now what? Now what? Yeah, let's get some pieces on the board. He'll probably back this bishop up with another bishop on one of these two squares. In which case I can drop a pawn, I think. Or do I even want to? Do I need to? Let's be a little bit more aggressive rather than defensive. The threat is a pawn at g7. Okay, so do I want to take that? No, I don't think so. Now I can just harass this bishop. Probably sack. Then I have to decide whether I want to take with the knight or the pawn. Take with the pawn, I give up this square. So maybe the knight is best. I'm just going to pawn drop here. Okay, so he elects not to sec. But I think I'll start trying to capitalize. Got a bunch of bishops. Let's get some of these bishops on the board. .133 to 1 minute. Head on the clock. My king is quite safe. Bishop here is interesting, but that's probably unnecessary. Knight here is threatening. Nah, not concerned about that, really. So my king looks a little bit awkward over here on h2, but it's actually quite safe. So I can take that. And now, yeah, this should be winning, I think. Try to comment on these dark squares. Pawn takes, knight there, maybe. So knight here, king up, takes, yeah, this should be fine. King up takes, king takes, bishop here. Yes, go king. Okay, well, I'll take that with check. He blocks. Do I want to pick off the queen with a rook at g8, or just take here? Let's do this. It's simple. He's got a rook here, then I've got bishop here. That's fine. So, yeah, he's got 10 seconds, and this is going to be awfully tough to defend, I think. So, and that'll do it. So that's a good win, taking down the guy who's number 1. So he's still ahead of us, 24-22, but I've still got my multiplier, so should be able to leap into the lead with one more win. Mr. Hutu. Mr. Hutu. It's a good berserk opportunity. And let's play a gambit. Oh, pre-moves. Okie doke. If he takes here, I was going to play e6. Gotta block off that bishop from the f7 square. That's the only thing. And other than that, I should be fine here. Got a nice, massive presence in the center here. Okay, castle should be quite safe. Yeah. I'll just take that. I will just take that. Let's get castled first. Then I can think about a pawn drop here. Maybe chase this knight away. Pawn drop here. Yeah, maybe pawn drop here. Takes. Replace bishop here. It takes. Queen takes. Nah, I see no reason to allow all that. Let's just reclaim the center. Well, not even reclaim, but bring more forces to the center. And pick up the pace a little bit here, maybe. Since, playing too slow. Let's pick up the pace. This is hanging, this was hanging as well, so not playing too great here. So, gonna get some tempo on the queen. moves one of these light squares, I can bring my other knight in with another tempo. Yep, unleashing my bishop. Could have thought about taking there maybe, but that should be fine too. Pawn drop here. Ooh, didn't see that his queen was hanging. Okie doke. Now this knight's hanging. Got a battery on it. So if he takes here, I'll take the knight. Bishop takes, knight drop here. King there, pawn there, takes, knight here. King back mate. Or might as well recapture first, actually. Either way, it's going to be mating. So yeah, maybe he has to drop pawn here, guard this square. But I'm still coming in with a pawn here, knight here, stuff like that. Mm. 22 seconds. Okay, I'll sack. King back, that mates, king up. King up, then what? This is the question. I've got 12 seconds. This was stronger, probably. But let's try not to let this slip away. Getting lax. Way too lax. Knight here, mates now. Okie doke. So yeah, there was surely a better way to finish that off. I don't think I analyzed that correctly. But nonetheless, we've swung into the lead here with 27 points and a multiplier. Cataraxi. Haven't played this guy. All right. Let's play e4. Oh, mainline stuff. Let's do this. A little more aggressive option. That's interesting. He's got a pawn here, is the point. Pawn drop here. Takes, knight in. Queen there, check. That's not great. I do have a rook block. Maybe that's okay. Maybe I don't want to give him another attacker, though. Maybe I drop the bishop back. No, that's no good. Yeah, let's be aggressive. Can I even just take there? As a matter of fact. I'm expecting a check, and I block with a rook. I'm also threatening a knight here, but he'll have to move his queen anyway. He doesn't have a block. So after takes, knight here. Ooh, this should be... I think this is winning, actually. Yeah, knight here. He's got to take it. Knight comes in here. Yeah, that should be good. If king there, I've got to smother. Yep, so that's made. Queen there takes, king there. Alright, so good win. We've got a pretty good lead here with 31 points, and the only multiplier for miles around. Looks like everybody's taking a loss. Interesting. Actually, I'm going to have to withdraw for a hot second, and I will be right back. All right, sorry about that. I am back. And did we give up much ground? A little bit, looks like. Yeah. Made this into a little bit of a fiercer contest. More highly contested challenge here. That's good. I like that. See if we can get this chess devil guy again. You guys will have to let me know what you like and dislike about my commentary. Because, like I said, I'm very new to this. I've never done this sort of thing before, and not always quite sure how to approach the commentary stuff. So, what do I do against this? Let's play classical. Let's play classical. Is he gonna sack? Did he sack against me last time? He might have. Nope. All right, mainline stuff. Huh. Okay. I think I don't mind that. Hmm. Now, do I take? That's the question. I think maybe I can. I think maybe I can. Yeah, let's go for it. Followed by a knight f4. This bishop's hanging. I've got knight at e2 ideas, followed by picking up this knight, wrecking his pawn structure on his king side. Yeah, I think this is okay. It's a queen for a piece, but I've got a pretty solid initiative. Whoever wins this is going to be in first place, I believe. So if the bishop takes here, that's probably what he's thinking about right now. I think I can take that. Queen here, bishop here. Queen takes. Yeah, nothing doing. I think I'm okay in that scenario. So now, take. No, that doesn't work. So maybe just a knight here, like my initial idea. Knight here, king there, takes. Don't really have much else to follow that up with, do I, though? Maybe I don't need much else. Maybe it's enough just to wreck his pawn structure for now. Maybe another knight coming in and attacking that pawn, something like that. Or even dropping this knight back and threatening some unpleasantness on the c2 square if I can get a diag. So a pawn would mate here, but I can't even sack for a pawn anywhere. I can take here, but rook takes covers that. So maybe this wasn't the best option, but let's is he threatening anything? I don't think so. Let's bring this knight in, see if we can get a capture on this f3 pawn. So maybe a bishop here, and maybe I take that anyway. Bishop here, takes. Pawn here, bishop takes, king takes, knight up, king goes back, and then I've got a drop here, stuff like that. No, I don't think that's good for him. I can just take that. Yeah, if he's not really careful, he's going to get mated. So, I want to do this. King up, knight here, king there. Yeah. It's going to be mate. All right. So that should put us into a clear lead for number one. Yeah. And what did I say at the beginning of this tournament? Maybe I could get to 2,500? I think that's still a realistic goal here. $14 points away with 10 minutes remaining. That's enough for a few games, I think. Haven't played Oliver yet this tournament, but he surged into third place. Haven't played Matter yet this tournament, another strong contender. Alright, Oliver. Alright, let's play d4, but let's not play the Fiend Shadow stuff this time. Let's just play Trompowski. Something like that. So if e6, I'll play e4, and if bishop there, I'll just develop normally. e3, bishop here. Stuff like that. So now he has a bit of a weakness on f7. I could think about dropping a bishop here, takes, but drop bishop here, he castles. Is it enough? I don't know about that. Bishop for a piece. Or pawn for a piece, rather. Yeah, let's be aggressive. Let's do it. Jan Lee would not do this, but it's more my playing style to be aggressive. Try to build up a presence on the light squares. I was thinking about trading for this piece. I was thinking bishop takes, followed by knight drop, getting control over these two squares, but after bishop takes, he's got that bishop on this square, so now what? It'd be nice to have a pawn. Gotta pick up the pace too. Now maybe I do take. Well, let's trade wands for starters. Proceed from there. Because the point is, now if he takes with bishop, I do have a bishop here, which might be a little bit unpleasant for him. Takes, bishop there, king back. Or maybe a knight here. It's good as well. Because he can't take twice. This bishop is hanging. He'll probably put something on my queen. But if I remove my queen from this file, he can just capture this pawn. So I haven't played this ideally. Maybe it's okay to let him take that. Maybe it's not take. So I gambit this pawn. Try to make some inroads here. Bishop here. Now let's get this knight on the board. 44 seconds. Start coming in. Thinking I can maybe sack this queen. I think that might be prudent, as a matter of fact. So take with the knight, take with the pawn, take with the knight, I think. 34 seconds. Point is this knight guards a drop on d2. So now my threats, got a knight coming in here maybe, or knight here. Now let's pick up some material. Could have dropped the bishop back as well, made room for another knight here, but at least this comes with an immediate threat. Got 30 seconds, gotta play fast, so fast decisions. Okay, I can take that. That's the point of my knight coming back here. Does help to have another pawn in hand. But what's my continuation? Ooh, yeah. Yeah, I think I've got to guard that. 14 seconds. Too slow, too slow. So takes. You can't drop a knight on these squares. He drops bishop back. I'm taking the queen. If he moves the queen, maybe I can take this. Yeah. Queen here. No, he doesn't have that because my knight guards that square, thankfully. So the question is, if he moves his queen, do I take the rook or take the bishop? I'm finding that I'm going to take the bishop. So now his rook's on pre. I do have the square covered. I'll have to get another pawn there. Quickly. So now I'm going to... what do I do? I'm going to take this pawn next, I think. Or something. Knight takes. And do this. Oh, no time. I have no time. Oh, man. Well, good game from Oliver. I think at the end I was... yeah, I think I was okay. I was probably winning that at the end because I've got 2 pieces on this square, so we can't drop a queen. I've got 2 pieces on this square, so we can't drop a pawn and drag me out. But yeah, just played too slow and got outplayed on the clock. Well done to Oliver. Back to the tournament. Let's see what the score is now. So dropping that's going to hurt a bit, but the next closest guy also dropped his multiplier. So yeah, with 2 minutes remaining or 3 minutes remaining, I don't think anybody can come back in time. So yeah, I should have sealed up the tournament. Still, that loss is not ideal, but it happens. See if we can take one more of this tournament. Get one of these stronger players match her. See if we can get match her. We don't. But okay, we can berserk this for the heck of it. Oh, he resigned. Oh, that's a bummer. That's... I don't... I can understand that mentality. You know, if you don't think you have a very good chance to win, you just resign, and that way you have more time to maybe get a point somewhere else in the tournament if you think, you know, you're not going to get one anyway. But I don't know. It's always a good learning experience to play against somebody who's higher rated than you, and learn from that game. You know. Okie doke. Let's play classically again, but play fast. This trade I think this trade helps black because this is a nice pawn to have guarding some of these central squares. So we can't make any inroads with a pawn drop here or something. So what do I want to do about this pesky knight? That's going to drop the knight, I think, actually. So my queen guards this square. He can drop a pawn, but he doesn't have anything else to follow it up with. So now I'm just going to play knight here, castles. Got to be a little bit wary about this f6 square. But he's just sacking right and left. I assume he just wants to get another piece or pawn to place on this square, but that's not really going to do him much good, I don't think. I could even play a bishop here and snag that, but no, I don't see any reason to. There's no threats. I'll just castle and then look to bring my extra material to bear. I'll take that. I think these trades benefit me because I can drop with tempo on the queen, and now I have a bishop on the light squares and he does not, so I can start coming in on these light squares, causing some mayhem. Bishop drop here doesn't concern me because I can just take the queen, and he can't take my queen because he'll get mated. And that's the tournament. Okie doke, so still got first place. Pretty good tournament. Good performance from Chess Devil and Oliver 9247. Let's take a quick look at that last game I lost to Oliver. See what I could have done better. Decided to play that pseudo Trompowsky system. This is okay, I think. So that was the aggressive decision, but it paid off. I like the position I got out of it. Maybe a bishop here could have been considered, and then dropping here. Maybe that was worth considering. But I think I might have transposed anyway, because I ended up taking the next move. A knight drop, takes. So that's probably where I kind of let my foot off the pedal a little bit. Knight here isn't so accurate because after takes, he has a tempo to chase my queen away off this file. Yeah. So after this, I'm not so sure that I'm still winning, or that my attack can proceed unencumbered, because my queen is hanging. I think that's the right decision to take and give up the queen, because now he doesn't really have any way to make inroads on my king, and his king is more open than mine. I do have two pieces to place and start creating some threats. That was probably inaccurate. It's an okay move, but probably inaccurate. Maybe a knight here was more accurate. Getting more presence on these light squares where he's weak, but also threatening knight takes e6 check. And what else could be considered here? Bishop drop here doesn't do anything. Maybe bishop back, clearing the way for a knight here, but yeah, I don't think that does anything either, because after bishop back, you can just place a pawn here and guard that square. So maybe knight here or here is okay. Takes. I'm not sure about this pawn drop. That kind of just gives me extra material for nothing. So I was considering castling here, but after castles takes, rook takes, I can just drop a pawn here, threatening mate, threatening my rook, and that's no good. Just to show you, takes, pawn here, and I'm busted, I think. So this has to be defended. I guess I could even consider, maybe I could have considered a pawn drop here, something like this, because after this, he doesn't have a knight drop, oops, because all those squares are guarded by my pieces, and maybe that could have been considered, and that way I wouldn't have to expend my bishop on g1, which isn't really doing anything except guarding the square. That's a very passive piece, which I would have liked to use in the attack. So that's probably a better way to play it. Here, he's still dropping this piece. Maybe I should have taken this rook, because then that frees up this square for a rook drop. But it was hard to say. I was in serious time pressure at this point. Guarded this bishop. Maybe no, I like guarding that bishop. That's fine. So instead of a pawn here, maybe bishop here. Maybe that wasn't necessary at all. Maybe a pawn here or something. But again, I was under very serious time pressure at this point, and I just wanted to guard my king from any future pawn drops and such. This move, I should have been cognizant that my bishop was already guarding the square. I didn't really have to. Yeah, this was a waste of a move. That was surely a waste of a move. Should have taken here. But okay, I was still in a fine position here. I still have a lot of threats on his king, and this was a good move, I think. Creating pressure down this diagonal and possibly getting a knight in hand. And a knight in hand would do me some serious good, I think, because after this bishop or after this rook gets removed, then I've got a knight here looming, and yeah, like I said, he doesn't really have any way to come in on these light squares because that's well defended right now. So it takes maybe, yeah, that still doesn't really do much, does it? Because yeah, and here I had like 2 seconds left. So maybe at this point, it's still a fight from this point. I mean, I'm not immediately winning, and he doesn't have immediate ways to attack my king. He does have a pawn drop here, but that's going to take a few tempo. Maybe a knight drop here would have been more accurate than that knight coming in there, but even so, yeah, I like my position even after this, because I'm threatening rook here, mate. Well, it's still up in the air. Could have gone either way, but anyway, Yeah, I think that's it. I already took a look at that loss I took earlier to, was it CIW, where I should have, instead of taking the queen, I should have just consolidated my position, played the more conservative approach, and maintain the initiative in that way. So yeah, that's a little bit of a post-mortem on those 2 games I lost, but otherwise pretty good tournament. Hope you guys enjoyed this, some 3-minute action, and yeah, hopefully I'll be back soon with maybe some bullet, maybe some 3-minute. You have to let me know what you like and dislike, as I said earlier about this commentary, what you want to see more of, what you don't really enjoy. So yeah, let me know in the comments. Thanks, guys.